Now, Bill Shorten has made one significant media appearance in the past 48 hours. It was a 4 or 5 second appearance on 7 News last night. Other than that, nowhere to be seen. Today, literally, he changed his voicemail to saying that he was enjoying the public holiday with his family, and everyone's entitled to have a public holiday with their family. But Bill Shorten is more than willing for the bushfire to rage in and around Julia Gillard, her leadership, and whether Kevin Rudd will be coming back. Now, I have huge problems with the whole idea that Bill Shorten would be able to kill off 2 sitting Prime Ministers, even if one is considered to be slightly more popular than the other. It's our job to hire and fire Prime Ministers, and just as it should have been our job in 2010 to sack Kevin Rudd, it should be our job to sack Julia Gillard in 2013. But the whole story is, will he, won't he, will he shift support, will the AWU faction move? Now, Bill Shorten, as I say, the smallest and briefest of appearances, he has let this thing rage. Bill Shorten could have gone on to AM this morning on the ABC, he could have come here on Sky News, he could have done countless talkback radio appearances today, but no, the shutters were down. And that's because Bill Shorten can't say what he should be saying. He can't say not just that he supports the Prime Minister, but any suggestion that he is doing anything but backing her up would be defamatory is just not true. Bill Shorten has spent the past couple of days trying to work out which way the wind's going to blow. And I don't quite understand why it takes Bill Shorten, a news poll with a 1-point difference from the previous news poll, to realise that there was a cataclysm coming their way. Now, the Kevin Rudd people are doing a spectacular job of making it seem like there are breakaway Labor MPs every day. Keep a close eye on the people that Kevin Rudd goes and supports and goes around in the electorates with. They're all the people who wanted him to be Prime Minister in the first place. Also, take note of those that are slowly and surely starting to speak out. It's all the same people who wanted Kevin Rudd at the start. So it all comes down to Bill Shorten, and Bill Shorten has done a terrible job of dousing the fire, because we all know that he can't put it out. And we know that he doesn't want to put it out because he wants that option, that little bit of wiggle room, to maybe put another bullet in the back of a Prime Minister's legacy. But that's actually not the most significant question to ask Bill Shorten this evening. I want to ask Bill Shorten, as a man who made his reputation throughout the union movement, as a man who made plenty of political headway out of those ditch the witch signs that Tony Abbott ended up standing up in front of in the lead up to the carbon tax debate a couple of years ago, a man who is the Industrial Relations Minister of this country. How does he feel about the following ad? This is a real newspaper ad that went in the Brisbane papers over the weekend. My thanks to the local viewers who put us in touch. That's the Electrical Trades Union, the ETU, invoking Adolf Hitler as a person who they want to equate to Campbell Newman. Now, in Australia, there is one image above virtually any others that you do not use in any form of political advertising. It's the bloke who killed millions of people. They link to a quote in the middle, and the quote in the middle there, I'll read it for you, is all about Adolf Hitler's attitudes towards the unions. It says, "We must close the union offices, confiscate their money and put their leaders in prison." It goes on to make several references to how the Newman government is treating the union movement. But here's my question, and I'd like you to play a part in this evening. If you are anywhere near Twitter, could you please get in touch with either Bill Shorten directly, or your local Labor minister, or maybe the Prime Minister, or your local Labor MP? Do they believe that that is fair game? Do they believe that a union, the money front of the Labor Party, should be invoking Adolf Hitler to make a political point about a Conservative government? Now, I get it. Politics is a rough and tumble game. But if you are an idiot on the left or an idiot on the right who wants to equate anything in Australia with Nazi Germany, you are a sick, sick person. Once again, this is the ad that has gone around Queensland in the past couple of days. This should have been a national story today, but alas, the political media, well, they had a long weekend. They might get to that later. Bill Shorten, the question is over to you, and feel free to report back to me on Twitter at @PMOnAir. What response, if any, do you get from your local Labor MP? Do they think that Adolf Hitler is a reasonable thing to bring up in a debate here in Australia? I think not.